Switching gears now, developing story. Harvey Weinstein was sentenced to 23 years in prison today for rape and sexual assault in a landmark Me Too case. Weinstein was convicted, as you know, last month of raping a woman in 2013 and forcing a sexual act on another woman in 2006. He will soon return to a criminal courtroom right here in L.A., stemming from accusations made by 2 additional women. Joining me now to discuss today's sentencing, the L.A. charges, and what is next for the disgraced movie mogul is law and crime legal analyst from the LNC network, Dina Dahl. Dina, thanks so much for coming in and talking about this case. Everybody was watching. The least amount of time he could have gotten was 5 years. That's what his defense was arguing, saying that's basically a life sentence for him, claiming he's in frail health. He gets 23. What does that say to you?
It says that the judge took this very seriously. The prosecution asked the judge to punish this as severely as a crime involving a stranger. Usually crimes involving acquaintances or people in the workplace aren't even brought actually to trial. And here there was not only a trial, but a conviction. He amplified the message of the jury that these types of crimes are going to be punished. And the fact is, the law didn't change. We've never said in the law that what a woman wore mattered, or if she went to the hotel room, or if she continued to talk to the person afterwards, or quit her job. None of it mattered, but somehow it was interpreted as if it mattered. So today, the law is being interpreted the way it's written.
Yeah, I've actually heard legal scholars saying there needs to be a new word rather than just rape that allows for, spousal rape. That is actually a real thing, and that the words we have and the charges we have don't quite fit all the scenarios and situations like this. 2 of the women were allowed to give a personal statement, 2 of the victims, after he was found guilty, but before sentencing. Does that make a big impact, you think?
I think it does. I mean, they, I'm sure, gave a very emotional and persuasive statement, and the judge is definitely going to take that into account.
You know, what's also the judge had to take into account, it seems, because it's now a matter of the court record, was a series of emails that Bob Weinstein wrote to his brother, in which he said, quote, "I suppose being you is its own hell and you can feel it. No chance OJ didn't kill Nicole, and you had consensual sex with all those poor victimized women." This goes on and on and on. What do you make of that?
Those were very damaging. That and the fact that the prosecution showed that over the last 40 years he has done this multiple times, again and again and again. And the judge was able to consider that as relevant evidence. There was nobody really who was able to stand up for his character. One of the jurors said that mattered, and I think it mattered to the judge also.
There were 7 men and 5 women. Took 5 days to deliberate. Were you surprised that 7 men and 5 women? I mean, not that we don't trust men to make that sort of judgment, but I did read it twice.
You know, it's interesting. Actually, a lot of jury consultants will say that men actually judge other men more harshly, and women judge other women more harshly, because somebody will say, hey, I wouldn't have done that if I was in those shoes.
Right.
So this breakdown could have actually favored the prosecution.
Tell us about L.A. What is next?
Well, what's next is Los Angeles, as we know, has already indicted him, but they need to arraign him. Once they do that, then they're going to be able to start extradition proceedings to bring him out. That's going to involve, I mean, there's laws in place, but it will also involve an agreement between California, New York. He might also fight that. There will probably ultimately be a hearing deciding when that's going to happen.
And will he appeal this New York sentencing at the same time?
He's going to appeal this right away, I would imagine.
And then when he comes here, if he is extradited and he comes here to stand trial here, he won't be able to be in the peninsula, right? He will have to be incarcerated because of this.
Exactly. He will be incarcerated.
And could these women, again, I just can't, 90 women have come forward.
Yes.
Will they be able to go to civil court now and sue him?
Yes, as long as they're within the statute of limitations, of course.
And Me Too movement? What does this say about that movement?
You know, this was a quintessential Me Too case, and he was prosecuted not only because of the 2 victims, but there were 4 other women who essentially said, Me Too. And together, this group was powerful, and they helped convict him.
Dina Dahl, thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Your morning on Spectrum News 1 will continue right after this. Stay with us.